If you're like a lot of guys, you could probably think of a million things you'd rather be doing than shopping for clothes. Between the parking, the crowds at the mall, and the endless browsing and lack of advice online, it's enough to make you want to rock the same old jeans and t-shirts forever, but you can't. So let me tell you about Stitch Fix Men. They've reimagined how to find and buy clothes, and you never even have to leave the house. It is that easy, best friends. Just go to StitchFix.com, tell them your sizes, your favorite type of clothes, and how much you want to spend. Then your personal stylist gets to work hand-picking new clothes for you based on the style and budget. 5 items are delivered right to your door, you try them on at home, and you only pay for what you keep. Shipping is free both ways, so anything you don't want, just send it back, and exchanges are always free too. You can get your fix monthly, quarterly, or whenever you feel like it. There's no subscription required. It's easy, the shipping is free, so why wouldn't you give it a try? Get started now at StitchFix.com/Greggy, and you'll get an extra 25% off when you keep all 5 items in your box. That is StitchFix.com/Greggy to get started today. StitchFix.com/Greggy. Jen used this service, and she loved it. She used the woman's one, not the men's one. My wife is not a woman. Not that it would matter if she was. You know what? Just can we go to let's just do the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the glue, Kevin Coelho.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I've missed you. You were gone all last week.
Yeah.
It was devastating without you. We barely kept our heads above water.
But you did, and
we kept our heads underwater the whole time.
The whole time.
Next to him.
We had a snorkel, so it was easy.
Fish in the water.
We were. Kevin hung out with the turtle?
Yep.
This close to the turtle?
Didn't touch him.
Wait,
It was illegal.
Did not touch him.
So you were in the ocean and a turtle came up to you.
Yep.
Well, I
scuba diving.
mean, I think
Oh,
I
you're
went up
scuba
to
diving.
him.
Okay.
Turtle or
Snorkeling.
tortoise?
Turtle.
Well, tortoises will maybe
Tortoises
turtle,
would
though.
not do
So
well.
it's like this big?
No,
No,
it was
it
like
was-
this big. If I were to hug it like I wanted to, but I couldn't legally.
But
I
did
would've
you?
had to-
But did you?
You
No,
didn't know.
no,
the whole
no,
boat
no.
screamed at Kevin
Yeah.
because Kevin got real close to the turtle.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like,
okay.
don't touch it!
I didn't. I mean, yeah. I guess I got really close to him.
He was like this close to the turtle.
I was arm distance. I could have touched it.
How big's its head?
Couldn't legally.
The head was like
The head
that
was like
big.
that big. It was adorable.
If you're
though.
at home, it's like size of a small
Of one of the mini
basketball.
Gregs.
A good sized potato.
That's not
Like
what
a
all
potato with eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it kept like popping out of the water to breathe, and it was adorable.
Aw.
Yeah.
Turtles are cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over there, the pure one at Tim Gettys.
Let's him host.
You weren't here last week either,
I
but
wasn't.
we did pretty well without covering your parts,
I get it.
except for like making money.
I don't do too much.
No,
I just sit here,
no,
drink
Tim.
LaCroix.
No, yeah, there was a definite drop in our LaCroix.
I didn't have LaCroix for 9 days.
How'd that treat
It was
you?
hard.
Yeah. Did they not have it over there yet?
Someone had it.
Someone
remember
did.
that?
We saw someone with it.
Hasn't it been around since like the 80s? Is it like, I always remember that as like the what like stingy Beverly Hills moms would drink.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it became
It's
what
made its way
everyone-
here.
Yeah.
Basic.
Basic.
Over
Legally
here,
basic.
I don't know
ladies
where
and
to
gentlemen,
look. That one?
you look at the main camera or never. You don't have to do anything. Over here, ladies and gentlemen, a friend of mine who I enjoy very much and comic creator, Cena Grace. How are you, sir?
No pit stains.
Th-
Right?
Hell
that's
yeah,
it.
you're
That's
doing
a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, you're above Kevin.
Don't have to make
Good.
me feel bad.
No
Well,
star.
you know.
All of this is like innuendo, by the way. As a gay man, I'm just like, everything you guys have said from that turtle head on, I was just like, Jesus.
How big
I was
was it?
trying real hard to not make a dick reference to the turtle, but
How many times did the head pop out?
a lot. Many.
Several.
Many.
It needed to breathe.
Kept telling Kev not to touch it, but he just insists on touching it.
Touching
Every
the turtle
time
I
head?
did
helps
not.
out.
I did not
legally
touch
you
it.
couldn't touch it, yeah.
Is this one of those things where they could still come at you for this? Is that why
Nobody
you're being
knows.
so clear?
Nobody knows Hawaiian law.
I don't know. Our
If it was a
boat
bird, I could tell you
guy-
the law, but
We get on this boat, Greg Miller. All right,
Yeah.
it was a party boat, and there was like I don't know 20 of us or whatever. And the captain dude comes out. It's exactly what you'd think in Hawaii. This dude, shirtless, bronze as bronze can be. All right,
Sure.
He comes out and he's like, "Yo, brother, my name's Crash, with the K." And it's like, God, you're so.
we
cool.
don't have C.
He's like, we don't have C's here in Hawaii.
He was
Couldn't
awesome.
even deal with it. It's like, man, I like you.
Was he cool? Or, yeah, he was.
He
oh,
was
yeah?
really
The
cool.
coolest.
I don't know if this is like a Captain Ron situation. You remember Captain Ron, the movie?
No, I'm just going to admit that. But I want to find out more about
don't know
Crash
what that
2.
Crash 2, fantastic game, best in the trilogy. But Crash,
It's an opinion.
The captain, great dude, super fun guy. Wouldn't let me jump off the top of the boat. I didn't appreciate that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you add him on Facebook?
I didn't. We should look up Crash with a K on Facebook.
I don't think that we'll
I don't
find
think
him.
he. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. He lives by the sea, dies by the sea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dives by the sea or dies?
Dies.
Okay.
He's gonna die. in this
Do you
season.
feel like island life changed you guys?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
It gave me a color that's not bright pink.
Yeah. You do
So
have
that's
some
nice.
skin color.
Slightly
Yeah, that's
less
nice.
bright.
I'm
pink is
slightly
what it
less
is.
bright pink. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
What did you has it been hard to transition back into your daily roles here? Or do you
Yes.
still feel like you have that vacation vibe? Like whatever
Yeah,
happens, man.
I'm still in that shotgun.
That's the way
bruh.
I've lived my life always.
No.
I just found the right place for it. You know?
Okay.
How's that? How cool.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
How are you doing right now? Because it's the final countdown to the wedding.
Oh, smooth. I'm panicking because there's a whole bunch of things like internally, but I'm keeping that on side. Well, because now I have to figure out the music by like Wednesday.
By Wednesday.
Yeah.
We got it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Is there a band? Is there a band?
No, there's like a DJ.
Just a DJ?
Yeah. He
So
seems
what's
cool.
the
His name's
point?
Vinyl
Terry.
or MP3s?
Definitely
Vinyl.
MP3s. It's definitely going to be a
MP3s,
computer
unfortunately.
hooked up to Spotify. They'll hit play and then.
So yeah, what's to figure out about the music?
Gotta figure out what it's gonna
Playlists
be
and
for
shit.
like the walking out part.
Oh.
You know?
Because we just did a wedding that was like all types of crazy. James coming out to James Bond music.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
We
do any of
the
that
best
fancy
men
stuff.
came out to the Star Wars Throne music. It was really cool. I'm not
They did a
gonna
good
lie.
job.
So you officiated. Did you come out to the Cantina song?
I didn't come out. I didn't have music. I was like, I will officiate, but I do not want to make this about me.
Sure.
I was like, I do not want to say my name during this. I don't want to do everything because like my friends get all like, Tim Gettys is all famous now. Blah blah blah.
Was it your idea
I'm
to
like,
pull
"Don't
out the
fucking do
selfie
this
stick?
shit."
Or was that
no?
theirs?
That was not my
Okay,
idea.
I figured it was
not
theirs.
my idea.
I figured it was theirs.
I did take a selfie during that.
Like I did at Scott and Cindy's.
Yeah, it's
Stealing my material now.
Missy did. She's smart.
Fucking bitch.
Smart girl.
If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Game Over Greggy show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table. Each bring a random topic discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get a whole bunch of perks, goodies, and exclusives and watch the show early. How early, Kevin?
Yeah, it's live now. It's live now.
You can watch it as recorded right now live, or wait until Friday when we post early video and MP3 access, or wait and get it for free on youtube.com/kindafunny Monday through Thursday, topic by topic, day by day, until it goes up as one big video and MP3.
I wish I could do the tongue click like or whatever the drag queens do because it needs that at the end.
What?
You can't do it either.
What? I don't know what it is.
Drag queens too.
I have to pull up a clip. The tongue pop. The tongue pop. No, I can't. I don't know how to do it, so I'm just.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I just want to be included.
All right. Someone say something while I look it up.
I went to a gay bar on Friday for the first time in forever, and I did not see any drag queens or hear anything. I don't know what the tongue
What are they
click is.
clicking at?
Super curious. Like, is it a good click?
Bad clip?
Alyssa Edwards, like she was the best at it. So all right. Let me see if there's just a quick way to do it. Here's someone's video. Let me just like play the audio.
Sure.
I'm also very interested what he's.
Tongue like this. That's not tongue popping. Some people tongue pop like this. That's tongue popping, but it's not glam. This
not glam.
is tongue popping.
Oh,
Jesus!
Hey guys.
How do you get it up there?
I don't know. I gotta-
to do with your shoes.
We gotta
I
watch.
still don't understand what
You
it
got it.
is.
You got to.
It's a really harsh.
It's just the noise you make. But Alyssa Edwards,
What's
she
it
was,
supposed to mean?
It's just kind of a good way to like. There's probably a real meaning, but for me, it's like it's just a very loud, literal way to put a period at the end of something. Like if I was trying to zing you and I was like, oh, you walked out in that shirt today. Like, oh, no comment from you, and then I'd like. I like the shirt. That's why I said that.
Damn.
No, Tim's shirt game is.
I don't like this shirt. at
Beyond
all.
reproach.
It's too light.
Meh.
For
Too
like,
light?
The
Too
dots.
No,
Oh,
I
I
think
like
it,
that.
I think it goes with
It
the tan.
adds.
It works.
It does go with the tag.
Are you?
Hear that?
Here's the one thing I was wondering after looking at you today, Tim, and
Yeah.
thinking about you. Are you wearing an undershirt, or are
No.
you just okay?
Is the nips out?
No. It was just the fact that usually
Hawaii changed 'em.
when your V starts going deep, I see the top of the old.
It's
wife
too
beater.
hot for that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We don't play no games out here in the RGV or whatever
Yeah,
the hell.
exactly. No, that's right. Yeah, it's Rio Grande Valley. Yeah, I learned that
Yeah,
while you were
Rio
gone
Grande
too.
Valley.
Yeah. Anyways, Cena,
Hey,
you're making a book called Iceman.
Yes.
You write
Yes.
this. You write Iceman right now.
Yes, for Marvel Comics.
Iceman.
We like comics a lot.
I like comics a lot.
We like your comic.
I like my comic too. I like you guys.
Oh,
so
thank
this
you
is
so
perfect.
much. No, yeah.
This is going to be great and not
don't
not
get ahead of
stressful.
yourself. Oh no, it's not gonna be stressful at all. Just talking to us 2 hours about it, whatever we want to come up with. Don't worry about it.
Not worried in the slightest. I can
How
handle
the
it.
fuck did Iceman happen?
I'd been working with an editor at Marvel Comics here and there for a little bit, and I really wanted something besides like a 10-page annual once a year.
Yeah.
A 10-page story once a year. And I actually like cold pitched a generation. Is that in
I
your
get
window?
it.
Well,
Iceman.
That was really good.
Oh, and also it's really hot here today,
Yeah.
and so the fan's on. So if you hear a fan in the background, you gotta suck it up, otherwise we die.
Your words, not mine. But no, I had actually pitched them Generation X before I knew that they were going to do it, because I was like, oh, I really like, this is what I would do at Generation X. I'm just trying to show you, like, I'm your idea man. Like, you know, you got to work with me. I'm just full of them. And they were like, yeah, cool. No. And then one day, my editor at the time, Daniel Ketchum, was like, hey, so we're gonna do something with Iceman, because he came out like 2 years ago and nothing ever really happened with that. Like, what would you do? And I wrote a little pitch document, and I always talk about this, but I just didn't think that it was going to be, I didn't think I was like up against anyone. I just thought it was like very conversational. Like I was like, well, yeah, here's what I would do. And then, yeah. And like, this is like the most like stupid thing. And I was like, and then I got the job. But no, I think it came from that. It came from not being stressed and not trying to like keep up with any Joneses, and just think like, what would I like? What shits do I give about this guy? And and I'm really happy with it. So, you know, for people who are not aware, I believe it was 2015 or 2014 that he came out.
I think it was 14, because we were still at IGN at the time.
Really?
So.
See, and this is the thing, is like, I'm, you know, a DC kid. I'm reading more Marvel now than ever, reading Marvel Unlimited, try to catch up on the big stuff, and I'm reading stuff week to week. I missed this happening. I didn't remember this happening. And then when you obviously started talking about, hey, I got the book, here's what it is, I was like, oh, okay. Do you remember it?
Well, so me and Kev went back, and when they did the whole thing where the original X-Men, there's the time displacement or whatever, and
right.
What was that storyline called? They relaunched X-Men.
Well, it was
I remember
it
this.
led to Battle for the Atom. I know what that was that was what the like culmination of all that was. But that was when Bendis started. Was he brought those kids back?
Yeah, and that was a really cool run, and they
Yeah.
did all that, and it was around there because there was the young Bobby Drake, and then so there was two Icemen.
And that's the thing. And he talks about this in issue 1. That's where I was like double backing, trying to figure it out. Because young Bobby Drake coming into current time since I didn't read that, I didn't get the one thing. Young Bobby Drake's here, and he's like, I'm gay because it's like okay to be gay in our time.
So yeah, I'm like, oh hey guys, no. So what happened is in Uncanny X-Men 600, I believe, Jean Grey is like, yo bro, like she can read his mind, and she's younger, and so like she just kind of spells it out for him, and he's like, oh okay. And then they go and they talk to the older Bobby Drake, and it's kind of like the logic is like, if he's gay, like you're him. And then the older Bobby Drake is just like, fuck. Like he's like, I just so didn't want to deal with this. Like I just so wanted to keep it deep down inside and not have to like be persecuted for another thing and not have to like defend myself over and over again. And then so they did that. And then after that storyline, they kind of were building towards Inhumans versus X-Men. And so there wasn't an opportunity for kind of character development for the older Bobby Drake. And that's where this series comes in. It's like, okay, well, with that in mind and with him kind of, addressing parts of himself he didn't want to deal with, like, how does that apply to a superhero comic? And I'm having a blast with it. And I think readers are finally like starting to trust me a little bit. In the beginning, they were like, nah, this guy doesn't have it. And then with issue 5.
That's where you turn the corner?
I think so. Well, I did some cool like Omega Mutant stuff with him, and then people were like, oh, okay, like all the like lame stuff was a build up to
all the
like
lame stuff, all the character development and all the real shit. Yeah, the lame stuff.
Well, he goes against like one purifier in the first issue, but to me, I'm like, he's at a hospital, his dad's in the hospital, he's thinking about the civilians, like that's why this purifier kind of is like keeping up with him, so to speak. And the purifier is also super armed, but it is just like one purifier against an Omega level mutant, so like, you know, fans are like, and then the second issue, both his and Kitty Pryde's powers are like going haywire, so they don't use them, and so yeah, it was just one of those like, people thought it was a little tame, and I was just building, I was just ramping up, but you know, attention spans, people don't have them anymore.
Was that hard for you? I mean, you're setting off on this narrative, you have a storyline in mind, and you're taking it on the chin right away.
I like the challenge of having to like think quick and think fast and you know, I don't know, like some people would maybe get like ticked off, but I think it's kind of the notes I'm getting and the feedback I'm getting in terms of trying to tell the story at a quicker pace is making for better storytelling. Like, this is like not a humble brag because I'm still like, I was very intimidated by this, but like I got on a call with Axel Alonso and he was like, I read everything you wrote, man. It's looking good, but you're taking too long. Like, this is my idea. Like, he didn't say it like that. He was like, this is what I would suggest. Not this, I'm putting something you have to do. But he was like, this is what I'd suggest is like, he's like, I love Doc Hen in the book. Like, I think Bobby needs to come out in that issue. And then he fights Juggernaut. And originally it was going to be like, he came out, I think, like in the 6th issue. So he pushed things like 2 issues forward. And
when you're saying come out, what do you mean to his parents? Okay, just making sure.
Yeah,
just making sure. So if somebody hasn't read, by the way, we're spoiling all 5 issues, so you should just go buy.
I mean, but it's like the journey,
Sure.
It's
Oh
like,
no,
it's
I
like
love
definitely.
it.
It's like what happens, not no. It's how it happens, not what happens. There we go. It's not like Secret
Whatever
Life.
gets you to buy the fucking book, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's whatever validates $3.99. But yeah, so it's cool because it just like it was like, oh, like whoa, like now I'm making this book that like every page 20 is like a cliffhanger, and like it's like, oh, that's cool. Now I'm like, oh, I try to think of it, and it isn't always like that, but I do try to like find a way to sort of make everything feel like a season finale as possible. Like, there'll be a stretch of Game of Thrones episodes where you're like, how is this only episode 4?
Yeah.
I have 6 more left. I'm fucking ejaculating. So I want to do.
That's Tim every time.
That is me.
Every time.
Just love it.
I didn't see the zombie dragon yet.
It's there.
What are you
I
doing?
know. Writing.
Are you busy? You're too busy for Game of
Busy.
Thrones?
Take
Yeah.
like 2 hours off and watch
Yeah,
the
man,
rest of the
it's worth it.
episodes. It's so
worth
good.
it.
I was catching up on Peaky Blinders, which probably isn't the right
Peaky
answer.
Blinders.
Blinders.
Don't know what that is.
I've heard of it. I forget what it is though.
It's like Downton Abbey meets like Sopranos.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Quite.
Yes, it's violent and guns. Anyway, but yeah, that's
guns.
writing this book. There's probably more to say about it, but yeah, I love it. It's cool.
Is
It's
it
very
an
cool.
ongoing, or is there like an end to it?
There's an ongoing, but like, or there's an end in the sense of like, you never know with the market. So I kind of like, I treat it like TV seasons where it's like, okay, and if that's the end, that's the end.
Gotcha.
But I also am like, however, if it's not the end, here's where he goes next. But in my head, if I'm super lucky, I'd get 2 years on this. Like I'd get 25 issues. If I, that's my best case scenario.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So is it that far planned out for you?
For me, it's planned out like no, yes and no, because there's things I wanted to do with 24 issues that Marvel was like, that's a long game. Like, and back to the advice of like, things need to hit like quicker. So I've scrapped my long game idea, but I do have broad strokes that could go as far as like 20 issues. But there was like a love story I had in my head, but it's just not. It's not gonna happen.
He's not gonna find love in this?
Well, that I can't answer.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know if I want to answer that at all.
Okay, don't.
But
I mean,
gonna say,
it's just like for me reading it, right, and like again having missed the original coming out storyline, right, or the announcement and the change, and then but picking up because I'm your friend and fan. I'm reading through it, and like when his parents ask him like, have you been with a man yet? And he's like, oh, well, this is an inappropriate question, but no, it's just like, oh, I wonder if I'm gonna get to see that in this book, and even not even the tension, but like when he's with Draken, right, or like and they're dancing, and they're right close. I can't pronounce words. They're right there, face to face. It's
Oh
like,
yeah,
right.
I had no logical reason. Like I had no like narrative purpose for that scene besides like I was like, this is some cool ass like CW shit that I would get into if I was reading this book. Like we got to have these men in fucking fly suits like dancing with each other. And my editor was like, but like, don't you think you're pigeonholing? I was like, no. Like I'll figure it out. I'll figure out where the story goes. Like don't worry. Like I was just building around that. I was building around the dance sequence here. Let's find it. They have this like really sexy like cutie. Like
Well, when I was reading it, right, what it was like to me, it was cool to see them do it and it not be abnormal or weird, because it is the fact of this is like you've seen in every spy
see it?
movie. Cool, Greg.
Greg, you
Yeah,
wanna-
cut to this shot.
Or okay.
Oh, you want to go Sky Cam?
Well, it's gonna be out of focus.
Oh, well, we'll get
Where
it.
do
in
I go?
focus.
Boom.
And then, yeah, there you go.
Look at that.
Come back a little bit.
and then
Look
over
at that.
here, that's really sexy. Like
yeah. Well,
Bobby,
and that was
like-
the thing where it read like any other James Bond or Black Widow, right? Of them like getting in there in their dress to the nines. They're in there and they're like dancing with somebody that's really their enemy, but is also sexy.
Yeah,
But
I
usually
mean-
it's hetero.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing is like I'm very respectful about where different tastes are in terms of reading this book about, like a homosexual character, and I get that not everyone just wants to like see a bathhouse in comic book form. But with that, I was just like, okay, like I don't really need to be sensitive about this. Like I don't think this is going to make anyone so uncomfortable that they would complain about it. Plus, those suits look good. I drew them in the letters column. You see my sketches where I like gave it to the artist because I was anyway. But yeah, that happened, and I'm trying to think of. Oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen, and then I knew that the whole issue Doc N calls Bobby Snowflake,
which I fucking love.
and then I just like put in some fucking gay rage.
Cool, Greg.
with
Can you go to
him.
that one again?
Boom.
Dang.
Where Bobby just like
Like
throws him.
Hadoukens him into the...
Yeah.
with
When he
a
comes
big
over and
snowflake.
leans on it while talking to him and he's screaming, I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was too.
Yeah.
But those were the main things I knew, and I just like built the plot around that. I was like, okay, how do those things happen? Like, what do I do? And it worked out. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this book. It's teaching me a lot about storytelling. For someone who like studied in school and has worked under some pretty big people who are good storytellers, I was just like, how am I still learning? And then I remember the advice I give people, which is like, you're always a student.
Yeah, but nobody wants to hear that.
No.
They want to master their craft and know everything.
I'm not a master of any craft.
Oh, I don't believe that.
I'm the master of baiting. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
So did you like Bobby Drake as a character before you were responsible for doing this? Like, did he speak to you?
That was the thing that got me the job. Like, no, like he was just always around. I had like maybe 1 or 2 Iceman action figures growing up in my mid-20s, and I just thought like he was just always there. And I thought about that, and I was like, oh, he's just kind of hiding in plain sight. Like he's that guy who you don't really stare at too hard because he's deflecting. He's the funny guy. The funny guy comes in and comes out. Like, you all know comedians. You use humor to hide in plain sight. And so I just ran with that. And someone got mad at me because I said that I have finally like kind of fallen in love with the character, like now that I've like stared at him a lot. And someone just like misunderstood what I was saying on Twitter. Yeah, Twitter.
What a
didn't
surprise.
understand.
Wow, 140 characters didn't convey the whole point.
But no, it was an interview. Anyway, whatever. Twitter, the end. But the person was just like, oh, like now that he's gay, you love him. Everything else. I was just like, no, fool. Like you're getting it wrong, and I'm not gonna reply to you because it's just gonna blow up in my face. So I'm just gonna say this on Kind of Funny instead.
Damn right. Yeah. So,
Oh, that's a screen.
oh yeah,
Sure
it's
is.
a big LED.
I thought those were real.
You would be the first.
Yeah, exactly. So, when you get approached, are you getting approached because you're gay and that you're a prominent comic book writer, or is it that they knew you, or how did it work? I mean, you talked about it, right? Do you pitch Iceman or something?
I'm sure it was all of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, because Marvel is working really, really tirelessly. Really, I can say really more often. They're working tirelessly to give more Kamala Khans, like to just successfully, artfully, masterfully bring you a new modern hero that speaks to not just, like the kinds of straight white dude stories we've been reading. I think they pulled it off with Miles Morales.
Yeah.
So yeah, with Bobby Drake, they were like, okay, we want to do this, but it like first things first, it should definitely be a gay dude writing it. And then my editor said to me it was because of all the memoir stuff I was doing at Image Comics. Like he was like, you reflect a lot. Like you can bring a sort of depth and characterization to this that I don't know, which other candidates can. So yeah, and then also having had a relationship and proving that I can meet deadlines and having a reputation in the industry for being a skank, that helped.
Of course, as long as everybody knows you, right? This Comic-Con tramp all over San Diego.
You know me.
Thanks for watching the Game Over Greggy Show. Click here to go to our Patreon page. Click down there to subscribe. Click closer to me to go over and check out Cena's show. Why not, huh? And then click down there to go check out Cooking with Greggy, the trailer. The playlist. We'll put the playlist there.